Hey everyone, we are here with Ryan and Curry from Bongfoot. If you don't know them, you should definitely check them out. They're fucking fantastic. I'm gonna suggest the song "Kill the Hippies" because kill the hippies, right? Uh,
Had it too
uh,
good, too long. Yeah.
yeah. So the new album, it's like as a whole, it's a great fucking piece of work. I like how it starts with end times.
And Times was a cool one. It took about we originally wanted it on our initial EP that we wrote. So I wrote it right before we went in. And it was still in its like infant stage, just acoustic guitar. And I wanted to add it, but we decided not to. And then we kind of got hit with the pandemic, and so we had to find a new bassist. And it took about 2 more years to actually finally get it to where we wanted it. It was a lot more straightforward of a song when we first did it, and then we were just like, let's make it so it doesn't really go where you want it to go or expect it.
Yeah.
That's always fun. I'm a big like Cheech and Chong guy, and it really reminds me of like Cheech and Chong when they're on stage. It, it starts and then stops and he sings, and then it starts and it stops and he sings, and I really I dig it because I want you to get in a groove and then hold on, what the fuck is going on?
We've had some shows with those stops, and we'll have people moshing to it, and we've joked about like getting some like chairs out there and just playing musical chairs for that part, because they'll stop and then
Mhm.
they'll be confused when it keeps happening again, because we just keep trying to switch it up. And honestly, the one song that kind of gave us that idea was oh, we were on something, and we listened to Young Man's Blues by the Who,
Mhm.
because I was listening to the Who on the radio or something, and I was shit talking a live performance, and then Kerr was like, "Nah, man, live at
Yeah.
Leeds," and I was like, "All right," and then he played it, and I was like, "Holy shit, all right."
One of the best live records of
And
all
then we
time.
just kind of like, like we're a live band, so just like seeing them do that, because you always listen to the Who. I how often I actually went and like saw their live footage, it just kind of made me think, it's like, okay, yeah, we can try to incorporate something like that.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, well,
as the drummer, I can't help but love Keith Moon, so I'm always
uh,
down for live at Leeds.
yeah, he was a nut, but I think the Who is like such a great band, and to go from, I'm going to say, just a straight like rock and roll band to like doing Tommy and Quadrophenia, right, is like, holy fuck, what kind of, what do you have going on in your head,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
but such they have such a solid career, and all the, every musician in there is so well respected. It's hard not to go, okay, yeah, right, this is something.
It's a pinnacle of
Yeah,
sorts.
for sure. So, like, what got you guys into playing music?
For me, it was a lot of Ramones and Motorhead, a lot of punkier stuff, and then also stuff like the Who and Cream, and like the real live theatrics of what like a three-piece band could do. Um, I never tried to like get my rudiments down to where I go like Neil Peart style, but I love the bombastic nature of some of those early '70s records, and then the speed that people like Marky Ramone took it to in the '80s. So that's kind of where I get a lot of my stuff from.
Right on.
Yeah, I guess for me it was honestly ACDC. My grandmother took
Mhm.
me to an ACDC show when I was like 10, and it blew my mind, and I was just like, all right, I want to play guitar. I'm just seeing Angus up there doing his thing, 65 years old, just absolutely blew my mind. And I've just been playing guitar ever since, pretty much.
That's freaking cool.
Which unfortunately, I love the SG guitar, and I've always wanted to get one, but I've been playing ESPs for so long, and they're a very like medium light kind of build. And by the time I spent 12 years playing, I got into the SG and picked it up, and I couldn't do it. It was too light. I was like, oh man. And I love the way they sound though and the way they look, but it just ended up something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I never played a SG. I was always a Les Paul guy, and those are so heavy, dude. It's just like having someone hanging on your neck
Yeah.
the whole time.
Well, I did the little thing. I went to a Sam Ash and I tried the Les Paul and I tried the SG because in my mind I already had two. I already had ESP guitar that I've been playing, and I picked up a Les Paul. Literally did the Goldilocks thing. Too heavy, too light, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm buying the exact same guitar, but it's gonna be black and gold." And I didn't look back.
That's awesome. But it's, my wife says to me, once I find something that I like, I will buy it in every fucking color I possibly can.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
I'm a slave to the brand.
He
Yeah.
called me one day. He was like, "Dude, you'll never guess, man. I got me a new guitar." And I was like, "If it's the same as your white ESP but black, I'll laugh."
I just hung up the
And
phone.
he hung up the
I was
phone.
like,
And he opened the case, and it was black with the gold humbuckers on it. I was like, "Yeah, man. Know what you like. Know what you like."
You you got to, like, but if it works, right? It fucking works. There's no sense in fixing something that ain't broke.
oh yeah.
So when did you guys start writing like the newest release?
I'd say we probably started 2021, 2020, pretty much right after the EP was released. We started working on it. And then, yeah, it took us about a year and a half, 2 years to get it all together pretty much. And then two of the songs, actually, Miss America and AD kind of just came together in like a week and a half period of time. We finished the album. We had two songs and we weren't too excited about them, but they did grow on us. But we hit up the guy and we said, we got to come back and redo these ones. And we just kind of did it. And then the other two songs we have, we're going to be releasing them the next one in August and one in December. So we got some little B-side material coming out to get ready for the newer album that we're going to be recording in August. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how excited are you guys to like start recording?
Pretty dang excited, man. It's always a good time.
I was excited. Yesterday we did some demos and we got a song that's 1 minute and 30 seconds long. So we're excited.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you were going to be a grind band now.
I guess we're dipping our toes.
Yeah.
Or our foot.
In a sense, the whole foot.
The whole foot.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Now we have a whole long list of compilation albums we plan to release. Best Foot Forward. What are other puns? Oh, damn,
Way of the Foot.
Way of the Foot.
The Way of the Foot. Sort of
Return of the Foot.
And then Return of the
Enter the Foot.
A New Foot. Yeah, we got a bit on the board.
It's mainly just Bruce Lee movies and Best Foot Forward.
I love fucking Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah.
You guys, you might not believe this, but I like Bruce Lee so much that I get texts every day from Bruce Lee.
No
way.
He's on that island here.
It's so his daughter Shannon has like the Bruce Lee thing.
Oh shit.
It's like, I don't know, $3 a month or something. And they text you motivational shit every day.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's cool to be driving down the road and see like Bruce Lee text pop up. You're like, fuck yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. You don't even have to read it. It's like, it's fucking Bruce Lee.
Right. When I first got in trouble for weed, I actually went through my buddy's lawyer, and his name turned out to be Bruce Lee.
Dude, that's badass.
So that was on my docket. Bruce Lee represented me in a court of law in Guilford County.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys have like touring plans coming up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're hitting the road pretty hard in September. Starting in Georgia, ended up in West Virginia. And we're filling out a couple more dates, but it's mostly set up now. So about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 14th to 28th. We're basically trying to hit 3 dates in each of the states. We're hitting North Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Yeah. Which we're excited to go to Kentucky because
we're real stoked on Kentucky. Yeah. And they've been real good to us as far as booking goes too. So
yeah. I assume you guys be playing like Lexington.
Yeah. hmm Lexington right now. I think that's Owl's Bar. We'll be doing Louisville on Metal Monday at
Fuck yeah.
Highland Tavern. I think it's Highland
Highland Tap Room.
Tap Room. That's right. And then we're going to Whitesburg after that on Summit Avenue. So
And then it's all leading up to we're starting with the Grundle Run in Georgia, which is this biker rally kind of show we did last year, and then we're ending it in Fuzz Fest in West Virginia.
Fuck
So
yeah.
they haven't announced who else is playing there, but last year I know Rebelmatic played, and I've seen them like 3 times. They're awesome.
They're great.
So I'm just excited to be at them on that stage and stuff.
Well, so Al's Bar is a really cool place to fucking for shows too.
Nice. We're stoked. Did they,
So-
did they put Al's Bar up on the Tyler Childers stage? Did I see that
yeah.
with that mural? That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah. So Braun had Legalized Lex, the first Legalized Lex there this year. And they were having a wedding across the street as the music started.
Awesome.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard, I don't know, because I was at the show. I wasn't a part of this conversation, but I heard like the bride's mom or groom's mom or someone came over and tried to ask someone to shut it down because they were having a wedding. And it's like,
Oh man.
are you fucking high? Like,
Yeah.
like-
I guess check the dockets.
Right?
I'm not going to mention the place, but that reminds me of we played this one show, and it was like in this little basement area where the bands would set up, and we weren't told till we got there that there was a birthday party going on, but it was only admitted, but there was a separate admittance to the main area and the band area. So we were in there, and it was just the sound guy and the promoter just hanging out there, and then would walk out toward the bathroom. It was a full 70s themed disco party full of people, and we're just like
Yeah, it was free to get in over there, but it was $10 to come see us.
Only thing, and then the only other time I could think about with like the wedding was we played a show in Asheville when Billy Strings was playing across the street.
Oh yeah, he didn't respond to my DMs.
I
tried to get him out.
What a coward!
Right, but it was great.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Somebody texted me too. They're like, "Wow, you're going toe to toe to Billy Strings. That's a pretty big deal." I was like, "Well, I wish I was in contact with his booking guy, so he didn't double book." You know,
Right?
Like that's kind of a big deal.
He's stepping our,
Yeah,
our
doing what he wants, huh?
our foot.
Yeah.
But
Hey, dude, I'm sorry your show's going to be a little light tonight. Everyone's coming to see us.
yeah, what are you gonna do? You know, not even a shout out for the after party. You know,
Right? Fucker.
Nah, he's a talented dude.
Oh, he's great. I listen to him all the time.
Yeah, like I think it's cool that he goes out and gets on stage with like Tool and shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I
He
think
played Sabbath. I think at that he had like a Lord of the Rings themed festival, like concert or something, and then he like did War Pigs. I was like, all right.
That wasn't the same night, but that was also Asheville.
Oh, okay.
He did that in Asheville. He did the whole Lord of the Rings Halloween party there. Tickets were like $300-$400 to get in there. But I knew some buddies that went. It was apparently really good.
yeah, for $300 or $400, I fucking hope so.
Yeah, me too, right? Yeah.
What kind of goodies do I get when I show up? Like,
Right?
gotta
you get
have
to look at the merch table and drop 100.
Yeah. Oh fuck. That's the bad thing about going to shows is all the money you spend on merch.
I know. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk physical copies because physical copies is kind of my bag. What kind of physical copies do you guys have?
Right now, we don't have anything, unfortunately. It's all DIY for us. So we're just doing streaming. We're hopefully for the next album, we're gonna try to do it right and get some LPs pressed just for, or even some CDs,
like a CD run. Yeah.
We kind of by the time it all came out, it was just like, okay, we could go back and do that, but at this point, we're just kind of thinking about keep going, do this next one right, and then we're gonna try to go back and like reissue it in the future, pretty much. You do some limited runs.
I think that sounds like a good idea. So you like get the new album that has all the hype,
Mhm.
get it out there, make some money, then you can go back and bring in some of that other stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a learning experience with like releasing music for us, just all DIY. Because when we released our first EP, it was like 3 months after COVID happened.
Yeah, we did a live stream on
And
Facebook.
it could have gone better. And then, doing a proper one this time, we learned what we should have done more of, and like giving ourselves a little more time. So now we have a little better idea. So we're just gonna hopefully third time's the charm. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Whatever. Like you either make it happen or you learn something.
Exactly.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean that's the important thing is you learn and you figure out what what you can do better and make it better for the next time. And it's when you really get into music, you don't think about all of the logistics. It's like I just want to play music and put music out. That's it.
Mhm.
And then it's well, shit, who's sending out all my press releases? Where, what kind of hustle am I doing to get interviews and write-ups and reviews and all this shit? And then, oh, hold on. Now I also have to record and figure out how to time all of this so it all comes out the same time. And
Mhm.
like, fuck.
Yeah. That's my big joke. It's like when I was 16 learning how to play drums, I wasn't thinking about how to open a tour docket. I was thinking about playing drums. So
Yeah.
a lot of learning has been coming into stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's cool when you've got, like a someone to partner with that can help balance you, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's been good.
That I think that's the important thing. Like you can do it on your own, but if you've got someone that's willing to take part of that off on with you, it makes everything so much fucking smoother.
Absolutely. Even through all the other hiccups and everything, it's good to have, your partner in crime.
Yeah. That's the truth. That is the fucking truth.
Absolutely.
So out of all the shows you guys have played, is there one that stands out in your mind as like this one was just really fucking awesome for whatever reason?
I mean, frankly, the last show last year, that I Hate God show, we got to open for I Hate God, meet the band and stuff. That was a pretty big deal. Got to thank the Milestone for that.
Jimmy Bauer was not happy about taking a picture.
Oh no, he was ready to go home.
He liked our set, but he didn't like the picture idea.
Yeah.
But me personally, we played a show at Flicker Theater in Athens, Georgia. Shade Beast put it together, and I don't know what it was about that room, but it was just the energy, and just like it was a full room, and just the energy behind it was just made us. And it was like the last show on our run, and we were all just ready to go home, but we still had all the energy and stuff. And there's actually some videos of that on YouTube, and yeah, I'll watch that video. I'm like, damn, I was doing some cool shit. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that room came alive, man. That was another really dope one.
I had the perfect buzz. It got me through the night just right. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When it
was
all
like,
crosses.
yeah,
and then I think we went back and chilled with Marcus, and you got to try the
Bob Dylan whiskey, and oh yeah,
he's not a whiskey guy.
Nah, the hair pricked through my shirt, and he was like, "Here's the what did he grab? The other one, the Eli something."
Eli,
There was a lot of whiskey.
There was a lot of whiskey.
It was a good time. He's a good dude.
Great guy.
Elijah Craig.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a bourbon guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't somewhere around here I've got like cases of bourbon.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think unless my kids are getting into it now.
Oh,
might be a little watery, but
Yeah.
Fill one up with sweet tea and see when they're bummed. And then they're like, "What the hell's this?"
That's a good
one.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you guys are into Trailer Park Boys, but like Leahy, was always drunk.
Yeah.
His fucking bottle was always it was tea. That's what he actually had in there.
Yeah.
I remember I was accused of drinking tea on stage.
There was a
a
show in Boone, yeah.
there was a weird period of time right after 2020 where I would just drink whiskey on stage, and it started getting around that people would come up to like Curry and be like, it's like I saw him drink a whole fifth of whiskey on stage, but I think it's sweet tea, and then like I was getting drink offers and stuff, and then I'm not that much of a drinker, so I was like, I don't know if I can be known for that, but it was pretty fun, like doing little tricks with the whiskey and stuff, like doing
you and your Jim Beam Black Label.
yeah, I get a little feisty.
Yeah, he got very feisty.
I'm good now.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of alcohol around the house, but I quit drinking September of last year.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Congratulations,
man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, maybe congratulations. We'll see. I did I guess July we went to go see Pantera, Lamb of God, and Snafu in Indianapolis.
Nice.
Started drinking real early. We were like drinking beer, and then someone had moonshine, and then had some more beer, and then we were doing shots of vodka and drinking margaritas, and had some other things. And I don't remember Lamb of God or Pantera ever being on stage at all.
I'd be shocked if
you
did.
I wouldn't know, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I was like, next day I was like, oh, I should probably quit. And I drank for a few more weeks, and Louder Than Life was coming up, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. Like, I think I'm gonna stop until first of the year, and I just fucking haven't went back yet.
That's what I hear a lot of people say. They'll be like, I'm gonna go for the week, I'm gonna go for the 2 weeks, and then after a while they're like, oh shit, it's already the next year.
Yeah, I mean,
that happened to you with was that Bongzilla on Mighty Roots when you
Bongzilla, that was another thing, but yes, whatever that was, I stopped doing that too.
you woke up in the medic tent and
the
organizer. Oh, he was fine.
I was good.
The organizer of Muddy Roots had to put him on the cot.
Yeah, I felt like an idiot, dude. I was so embarrassed.
But yeah, that's actually Muddy Roots that's kind of where at least where Curry and I kind of, so we knew each other when we both moved to college. We were both trying to do music, all that stuff.
Different bands and stuff.
We both went to Muddy Roots, and we saw, it was the year when it was Sleep, High on Fire, and Ohm, and like Neurosis, and just
Fu Manchu,
just everyone. It was ridiculous. And then we kind of like, after I think a month after that, we were like, yeah, let's make like a thrash stoner whatever band, and then it kind of just started going from there. And yeah,
hell yeah. Those connections are really cool. Like when you some of my best friends I've met at shows or through bands, and it's one of my best friends now lives in Cleveland, and we did we're big Battlecross guys. We met because of Battlecross, and we both went through some shit and really connected. And in 21, when Shadows Fall reunited, we fucking flew up to Boston, had like, one of the best weekends fucking ever, and drank too much, shit too much, ran into, who did we run into? Ja Rule in the middle of LaGuardia.
What? No way.
Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
So funny. So I went over and was like, hey, you're Ja Rule. And he was like, how'd you know? He's got his fucking mask on. It's like, because it says Ja Rule on your neck, dude.
You're wearing a name tag.
Yeah. He's like, oh. So I get a photo with him. Now, anytime I text my buddy, it comes up as Ja Rule's homie.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. I hope 50 Cent don't hate me.
Right.
So you guys got a good, like, funny story for us?
Oh God.
We could do the boot. There's actual video evidence of that on the Instagram.
Is that really a story, or was that you just drinking the booze?
Well, someone bet me.
All right. Oh, well, so we were on our first, like,
the first tour ever.
First week-long tour. We went on with Hempire, actually Mean Green and Hempire. Mean Green and Hempire. And we got to Silva, North Carolina, and we were staying at a house, and someone bet Curry to drink a whole PBR out of his cowboy boot.
Mm-hmm.
And dude just chugged it like it was nothing. It was quite impressive, honestly.
I forgot if it was 20 or $50, but I did it. There is a funnier story now that I think about it, though. But I'm just trying to think of what it is. I always think of them when I'm not not on the spot. You know what I mean? It just always comes up. Like
Every time.
Yeah.
As soon as you ask, you're like, fuck, if you wouldn't have asked, I would have had one.
Yeah, it would have just came up. Like how many times did I have to go in and out of that hot tub in Chattanooga for that video?
Oh, that was a good. So we were
that's
in
kind of funny. Yeah.
on our we did a week run back last November.
Yes.
And we were staying at Cody's house, which is a guy from Dope Scum in Tennessee.
Real sick man.
Really cool dude. We were staying at a spot, and he had a hot tub. And so I was like, all right, so we got to do, like, just for promotion, I was like, we got to do the Apocalypse Now scene. And so we turned the hot tub on. We got Curry to go in it and do the thing. It took like 7 to 8 takes.
My eyes were hurting.
And then finally at the end, I was like, all right, Curry, you're going to kill Marlon Brando. I need you to have that intensity in your eyes. And he did it. It was actually kind of scary. But yeah, we did it for like a weird green screen promotion thing. And that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
We've gone to a lot of Buc-ee's too, haven't we?
A lot of Buc-ee's.
Lot of
Definitely two I
Buc-ee's.
can think of. We saw the statue in Knoxville. Or that's not
Still don't really know how we fully feel about it, but
Yeah.
it's a fascinating place to go to.
Yeah. I totally ate 2 briskets in like 3 seconds by a gas pump. It was really good.
You good, Chase? That's Chase, one of the bong dogs.
Hot Chase.
Mhm.
I got my pussy hanging out next to me.
I saw it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tuxedo Cat.
Mhm.
Sophia.
Hell
Sophia.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's just a little old lady. Like
Mhm.
anytime I come down to interview, she's like, "Oh, good. We're hanging out, like chewing on my cord." I'm like, "Fucking stop." So I got some friends on tour right now, and I think a couple of the guys, it was their first like Buc-ee's party. So that they're like hanging out at the gas pump, pumping gas. Everyone's drinking beer, like
Mhm.
Buc-ee's party. What do? You go there, you buy beer, and you drink at the gas pump, and
A
you eat.
shopping cart, load up on some Bucky nuts.
Yeah.
The candy nuts, pretty.
Yeah. I like the jerky a lot too. I'd be too scared to drink a beer in that parking lot because I've known to have done that in my younger years. But like, something about that Buc-ee's feels too like there's somebody watching me.
I mean, they're paid pretty damn good. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
Security guards definitely paid $30 an hour to bust my ass with a drinking ticket.
You know, we ought to drink there next time.
I guess we'll see how it goes.
Might as well.
What are they going
If
to do
you
to ask us to leave?
if you park far enough away from the store, though, you go to one of the end pumps, they're not going to come fuck with you.
No. At pump 212 over on the east side, you know.
Yeah. They're like, that's a half a mile away. I'm not
Yeah.
going over there. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's some good shit. So who
Yeah.
does your guys' artwork?
Well, for a while, so like the album Help the Humans, that was done by Steven Yoyada. He's an Indonesian digital artist. He did our EP as well and a couple other stuff, but right now actually we're switching it up, and my girlfriend Lily Petrozello, she's actually doing a lot of art now. She just did we just commissioned her for one of our B-sides, the art for that, and it's going a little bit more of a different direction. She's doing a little more actual like still life and like acrylic paintings. So yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
what we're going with now. We're going with a little more, just a little step away from some of the digital art.
I feel like everything's moving digital now, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like she does a lot. Yeah, she does a lot of like hand drawn oil, stuff like that. So just like, I don't know, just like so like like album art that could be framed and stuff just like appeals to me. So but
I
yeah.
think it really appeals to a lot of people, like, I mean, obviously I dig this shit.
Mhm.
Um, I like the digital art, but I prefer something that's tangible. I can hang up on my wall and walk into a room and go, man, that's fucking really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and especially with like art, a lot of I've seen a couple just art done by like AI mix and stuff like that, and I want to try to avoid that as much as I can, honestly.
Yeah. So many artists are doing, or so many bands are doing like the AI art. I think Kerry King, Deicide, God knows how many others, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just I don't know. It's just I say it. I'm just like I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of miss out on supporting the arts, you
Yeah.
know?
It
You
was always
guess,
a scene. Yeah.
yeah. It's like you want to build your community, right? And if you've got someone who can do art and someone that knows like distribution networks and what have you, you get together and just make that shit happen.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, So you guys are going to record in August, which is only a couple of weeks away.
Uh,
Mhm.
What do you guys think timeline for release on the new album?
right now, it's looking like we're thinking about doing an EP, but honestly, we're probably going to be releasing a couple singles. So I'd say March we could at least see one single, and
Mhm.
then the full EP will probably be up during the summer,
Mhm.
but we might release another couple singles after that.
Yeah.
Just kind of we're kind of flirting with the idea of doing more single releases and maybe smaller EPs, just because I mean a lot of what we did on this album, most of what got out was Kill the Hippies, and it's about the same streams as all the other songs kind of put together. So we kind of want to focus on just individually getting stuff out there to enough people until we can build our audience where, if we do drop an album or an EP, it'll be more people will be looking for it.
Yeah, but I can see that, especially in this digital age, Um, I feel like everything is just it's a sales position, whatever you can do to stay top of mind. So the more you can release, the more you stay front and center for someone. So when the album's released, they're like, oh fuck, I gotta go buy that.
Yeah, a lot of it too is just keeping the interactions going without having too much of a lull between the releases and stuff,
Mhm.
and just giving us more wiggle room if we do need to push stuff back, or if we can't get the full LP in time, we can just release another single, and then when it does come out, have the actual physical releases as well.
Yeah. How often are you guys trying to release stuff?
Honestly, about once a year, we want to start releasing full, at least the equivalent of a full album.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've waited. It felt like we waited too long in between our EP and this newer one. It was three, four
This year, but we were
years.
playing like every weekend.
Yeah, and
We
it's
were
like,
on the road a bunch.
and it's just now that we have a bigger discography, we want to just start pumping out more stuff, just so we can just get it all out there, just while we're still feeling inspired and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. Keep hustling, keep putting it out there. That's I always reference the bands I know, Slayer, Metallica, uh, Anthrax, Testament, Overkill, right? All those bands in the 80s, what did they do? They released music and they were out hustling constantly.
Mhm.
And of course, for them, it wasn't overnight, like for anyone, right?
Yeah.
But their fan bases now are rabid and huge.
Oh yeah. Oh, big time. especially in the 80s and 90s. And, I think more bands are starting to do it now too. Just staying on top of it, always having something to push, always having something to sell, you know,
Or like, and then you see like, King Gizzard might
dropping
release,
8 records a year.
might release eight albums a year. It's like, all right, if they could do that, we could we could get one out a year, at the least.
Yeah. Well, and it's different for everyone, right? Like I feel like most musicians or most bands, I should say, are on. I feel like they're on about a 2-year cycle. They put an album out, they tour, press, record, put another album out, and it seems to work pretty well for them. But then you get into a lot of the lesser known bands, and I talked to a guy last night actually. He started in 21 and he's at 20, I think 26 releases right now.
Damn.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
I mean, people just want content. It's just like getting it out there and then just mixing it with, skits, just goofy interaction, as you were saying, like press releases, just getting interviews, talking to people. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stay on top of mind. That's the important thing.
uh,
So what kind of merch do you guys have? Shirts?
we got shirts, we got dugouts, we got stickers, we got some beanies.
Well, we're running low on the dugouts, so I think we're going to get a set.
We got magnets.
Pullovers.
We got magnets.
I think we sold our last one.
We had magnets.
I think we had magnets. We sold those.
We're actually thinking about one of the things we're getting. Oh, we have some crop tops. We have about, I think we have 3 shirt designs, and then we're looking at getting maybe some hoodies done because I love hoodies. And then what else we got? We're talking about getting some bucket hats actually.
Yeah, we're working on the demographics right now.
We have trucker hats too.
Trucker hats, yeah.
Okay.
We want to get lunch boxes one day. That was like one of the first things we agreed on when we started this band. We're like, we're getting metal lunch boxes.
I wonder do they still make those?
I don't know. I think they were outlawed like from the 90s.
They took the lead paint out now. I think they're legal again.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think they're back. They had to take the asbestos out of them.
Just don't eat them. You'll be fine, kid.
Yeah, they're made with asbestos, but they use science to get the asbestos out.
Yes.
Just like Coca-Cola
or like beer brats. You don't get. Yeah.
Did you know that the Coca-Cola does that? There's still cocaine in Coca-Cola, but they de-cocainize it. So Coca-Cola is one of the only places that actually get import from coca leaves. It's one of the only legal ways it gets into the country.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been watching. It's that History Channel documentary show.
Or how it's made.
Yeah, like the food that built America.
Oh yeah.
I learned that Heinz was like the precursor to Henry Ford's assembly line.
Oh shit!
Like, who would have fucking known that?
That ketchup.
Yeah, the ketchup guy was
Yeah, that's wild.
Another funny story. Actually, a funny story is we almost got sponsored by Duke's Mayo.
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
It was inadvertently. Well, they kind of ghosted us. So I work at a kitchen, and my head chef.
I love Duke's.
Basically, yeah,
me too.
Basically, cornered or went to a place where I guess the Duke mayonnaise reps were there, and he like talked to them, and they were like, "No, we're gonna come by, and we're gonna make you guys pro and get you some merch and all that stuff." So I was so excited, but we haven't heard from them.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that on the tour docket. It's like, we don't have Gibson or Orange, but we got Duke's mayonnaise.
We got Duke's mayo.
Yeah. Condiment ready, dude.
We'll get there. I handle the amount of mayonnaise I have to work with. I'm qualified.
Qualified to be sponsored by Duke's. You're gonna show up for us white people with fucking ranch, little ranch packets, so you can just dump it in your Duke's mayo. Here, your dipping sauce.
Right.
Like what the hell's going on over here?
You get a $5 off coupon for 32 ounces or more with every Bongfoot purchase. straight up sponsored, man.
We are all. I actually am going to be. While we're on the road too, I am going to be starting a travel cooking blog. As the head chef of Bongfoot, I'm going to be making some creations, and making them try it.
I'll have
All
to
right.
eat while I'm driving.
This should be good. If you're not cooking on the van engine, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're gonna like what we're gonna be doing.
You guys ever think about doing glass?
Oh yeah, we don't really know
Yeah.
how to do that yet. I mean, we went with the dugouts.
We honestly, there's a lot of smoke shops up here, so
Yeah.
we probably we've talked about doing like limited run kind of thing, like getting one of the local smoke shops to just make a limited edition Bongfoot bong, you know.
I can
Water-
get you in connection with someone that is fucking great at blowing glass. Like he's blown glass for Mudvayne, I Hate God, Pantera, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
All
that's-
right, well then we're gonna message you about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Please do. He's like honestly super good dude. And his fucking creations are out of this world.
Actually, little funny thing too about especially talking about that is in terms of smoking, not too much. This guy right here doesn't
I don't really burn.
I try to give him
Yeah.
some, and it's but even like honestly playing music, like when it comes to like playing live, I honestly for a while I would smoke before, but I just can't do it anymore because we've just gotten too fast, so it just gets to yeah, it's gotten too fast and too aggressive for me to be like kind of floating around up there.
You're like, hold on, we got to start that one over. I'm too fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't smoke weed either. I've tried a lot. You know, like once in a while I get a wild hair up my ass. I'm like, yeah, I'll try to smoke weed and I'll hit a pipe for a couple of days and then I get depressed and I'm like, I don't need to smoke weed. This shit does not do me any good.
Yeah. Besides like nighttime for me, I don't really I just can't focus too much when I'm on it, which sometimes I need that. But yeah. But it's kind of weird though being in that position and being in a band called Bongfoot.
I get asked all the time.
Because then people's initial reaction to us too, especially if they haven't listened to the music either yet, then we'll see them at the show and it is kind of funny because we're very punctual with sound checks and whatnot.
We try,
so,
yeah.
So that is one thing that I do enjoy is beating everybody to sound check.
Yes.
You guys are the only one in the scene that punctual to sound check.
Yeah.
No, he gets there like he's going to the airport. It's kind of funny. Like,
I've had multiple people.
I'll make fun of him, but I appreciate the hell out of it because you never know whenever something could be. You know, you get to the venue, something's going wrong, something broke, you forgot something. It's just like,
yeah,
it's always good to be on top of that.
Yeah.
And as a drummer, you never know when you're going to end up backlining. So I like to get my stuff there a little early and then, you know, just
get it set up, ready to go, and then you're like, cool. I'll see you guys when it's showtime.
Yeah. Where's the coolest place to get a pizza? I've been trying to keep logs on that everywhere we go. I try to figure out where then like 10 miles the coolest place to get pizzas at.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, it's you drive 8 miles, you drive about 9 hours up north.
Oh,
and then you'll hit New Jersey.
See, that's out of my radius. That's why I guess I've been goofing.
It depends on what kind of pizza you like, though.
Oh, very true.
Yeah.
Right. That the age-old adage. Do you like New York? Do you like Chicago? Do you like Detroit? Do you like St. Louis? Like,
yeah. I forget about definitely around here in North Carolina, you get a lot of Chicago and you get a lot of New York.
There's a really good Chicago spot actually down the mountain in Lenore.
Yeah.
Piccolo's. Give a shout out to them.
Yeah.
Right on.
Tag them in the episode.
They're also looking for a sponsorship for pizza.
Yes.
Yes.
We run on mayonnaise and pizza.
What a weird combination.
It is.
Like, What are you doing with your Dukes? Well, I'm going to pick up my pizza now.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
What are we gonna do with the crust?
I gotta make the aioli.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the one I trust.
The only one.
The only one. Oh
Mhm.
fuck. So
All right.
do you guys have a working title for the upcoming EP?
Right now it's Appalachian Gold.
That's a great fucking title.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's about yeah.
Jesus. I thought it was going to be something funny, and here you come out with like,
No, it's getting a little more serious, honestly.
So-
And then I think our one of our first, what are the potential singles? I'm excited about the name.
Summertime?
No, Fear Mongrel.
Yes.
oh,
Sorry, Summertime's is the grindcore song. That one is exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's we got about 6 songs on there, and we have this song about a whale.
It's been pushed back.
It's been pushed back
So pushed
literally
back.
every single album, and unfortunately, I think it's getting pushed back again. But eventually, we're gonna like do just a 3-song EP about this whale, and it's gonna be like 12 minutes long. We're actually gonna write a Doom song.
you totally should.
Yeah, yeah. We played it one time at Boone Saloon. I saw this kid get sent across the room.
And then they knocked the power out. Or not the
Yeah.
power, but like all the lights. So people were just moshing for the last like 2 minutes of the song, and we were just like looking at each other, be like, "This is
Getting kind of real.
this is getting a little hairy." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Things are in motion that can't be stopped.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
what you want, right? Like that's where the good times happen.
Oh yeah.
The best shows we've had in Boone are when people are climbing on the rafters and stuff.
Going on, yeah.
Which it's kind of a funny thing to see in Boone, North Carolina, which because we've been here for 6, 7 years now, maybe probably longer.
We were here since 2016. The band's been here since like 2 years after that.
Yes, about 8 years, and we kind of watched it go from. It was just kind of metal wasn't too much of a thing when we got there. We do have our friend Riley who was in Basilica, and they kind of got us into the small metal scene that it was then. And now it's like after COVID happened, a lot more people are into it, and people are rabid. It's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We played a house show for the first time, like a under 21 show the first time last year, and it was like a riot. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I think COVID made a lot of people realize that they want to go out and see shit happen. And, you know, especially in the metal community, I feel like it has really flourished post COVID. Like
Mhm.
shows pre-COVID that were pulling 30 or 40 people now are pulling, you know, they're packing the fucking house.
Yeah.
And then it's like now you see people, you would never see at a metal show. And because like I guess a lot of people feel like, oh, well, you know, a lot of people think on the very basis level of metal, people are like, oh, why would you be, are you angry or something? You know, like, why do you listen to that? It's like,
Mhm.
and at this point, it's like, no one's going up to someone and be like, why are you so angry? It's like, well, let me just get the document out. Let me just list off
All
everything that's
things.
going on in the world, and just with myself and all that. And it's like seeing those people just come out to our shows and just mosh and just have fun and stuff. It's pretty cool.
It got to be too much. Like one time, somebody took a hot sauce bottle and broke it in the bathroom and wrote Bongfoot rules on it. So we weren't allowed to play that venue again.
Well, fuck.
It was a perfect storm.
It was right after COVID, St. Patrick's Day,
and the booker didn't think that anyone would show up for some reason, because he was kind of in that mindset of, you know, hey, not everyone's into angry music. And then lo and behold, actually our one buddy went down the street with
fuck SeaWorld sign.
He had a big fuck SeaWorld sign, which is part of one of our songs off the EP. It's called Blood Orgy. And he went around to all the bars that were at full capacity, and he literally just said, hey, there's a Bongfoot show down the road. And then I'm standing out there with the booker, and like at this point, it was like show started at 9. It's 8:58. The booker's looking at me, and he's like, giving me the "I told you so" look, and I was like, "Fuck." And then like a
Sold out.
the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
This kid comes walking down the street with an army of fucking college kids, and then they just got swarmed and they didn't know what to do. And it was just, it went from being the first, doors being at 7, no one there, and then literally full capacity within 6 minutes. It was
And 'tis the season, man. They were sloshed and ready to party.
they were not, the venue was not too happy, but
No.
yeah.
Why the fuck not? Like, I'm
Because
gonna have.
they weren't prepared.
They didn't have a bouncer. The bartender dodged an empty pint glass. Somebody threw a glass at him because he was waiting in line too long. And that dude was the brother of the owner. So the owner caught the wind and goes, "Oh, well, then there's no more shows."
But since then, we've been able to recover, and
Everything's been awesome.
we've been able to bring out people like Joe Buck Yourself, Belushi Speedball. We brought out JD Pincus from the Butthole Surfers.
That was awesome.
That was fun. We almost got Weed Eater. They were supposed to play in
So close.
like last month over at Lily's Snack Bar, but they
Is
had
that
to
when they were on tour with Guar?
Yeah, they were going
yes.
to break away from it and do that show, and then go back. But
Right.
they had a prior engagement that was too close.
Yeah, but yeah, ever since COVID happened, it was kind of blessing into like a double-edged sword. But the metal scene's doing good where we are at least. So we're happy for that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that when you guys come here, like Metal Monday is always a good fucking time.
We're stoked.
Yeah, like that'll be a really good show. I think the Owl's Bar show will be really good. And I don't know about Whitesburg.
Our buddies in Appalachia set it up. We brought them down here during Doomerang and stuff, and everyone I've met from Kentucky's been super awesome and great people. I'm real excited to play for all y'all up there.
Oh, I like that. All y'all.
Yeah. So, are you in Louisville or Lexington?
I live in don't say Louisville when you get here.
I won't.
It's
I'm around there.
You gotta pretend that you have a mouthful of marbles. Louisville.
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 Yeah, I'll practice.
I made that Louisville mistake a number of times. I grew up in Detroit.
Well,
So I'm like, I fucking, I live in Louisville. And they're like, it ain't Louisville. I'm like, yeah, it literally says Louisville.
Right. At least you did say Louisville.
Yeah. Well, I've had that. I always laugh when I hear that.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. What's the one? It's not Appalachia. People come around here and say Appalachia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing for up here. So you can tell someone's from like somewhere way out there, like Florida. I'm up here in Appalachia looking at the flowers.
You can't even say it.
No, I can't, man. I can't hardly speak for shit.
That's hilarious. So where are you guys from originally?
I'm from Greensboro, High Point area, North Carolina, about mid-state.
I'm from Jersey originally for about 10 years, and then South Carolina for about another 10, and then I've been in Boone since then.
Damn. So you're from the armpit of America.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I actually just took a trip up there. It was great. The air was calling back to me. It's the cigarette stained roots of New Jersey. I love it.
Yeah, you grow up there and it's hard to get away from it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those things too. It's just like being down south long enough and not being not being an adult, not being able to drive around up there. I had a different perspective on it. And then going back and I was like, oh, this place isn't that bad. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you're a kid and can't go anywhere, you're like, this 4-block radius. You're like, man, this really kind of sucks. There's nothing to do. You go back, you're like, oh shit, hold on. There's a lot to do.
You told me Manhattan's like 34 minutes, like shit. And I'm a big foodie, so when I was up there, I was in heaven with all the food they had around there.
Hell yeah. What part of Jersey?
Dover. So like West Jersey.
Is that over by like Philadelphia or Pennsylvania?
Yeah, it's about, I'd say it's a 4-hour drive to the middle of Pennsylvania from there. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've been up there. So when I went up there, I was just actually looking at where I was from and shit. So it's like, but yeah, I hung out mainly in South Orange, which is right next to the Washington Bridge, which was really cool. Got to go on public transport. Got to go see some. I went to the Met. That was fucking awesome.
I bet that was cool as shit.
The I got to see my favorite section of history, which is knights with guns, and they had a whole room with it, the armored horses, and that I just that weird period of history you just don't really learn too much about in school. It's like, pilgrims come over. It's like, meanwhile in Europe, there's like dudes on horses with like Gatling guns, or and I'm like that's just fucking cool.
Talk about scaring the shit out of a horse.
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a name for you guys gotta have a song that's called Talk About Scaring the Shit Out of a Horse.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
And
Really.
it can be about Duke's mayonnaise and pizza.
Yeah. And combustibles.
Yeah, we're actually writing that one song I'm writing is related to we were talking about Buc-ee's earlier.
Mhm.
I know I'm just going all the way back to Buc-ee's, but it's basically like I'm writing a song. It's called Moth Management, and it's about like
That's
moth.
awesome.
It's about like the basically how the Mothman Point Pleasant place is like turned into like a kind of like a gift shop gas station kind of deal. And then
Yep.
I'm just like in our universe, the Bongverse, that entity is owned by the Mothman himself, and he's seen as like somewhat of like a savior figure for all the cryptids. But in reality, he didn't actually die, and he's just counting cash. He's part of the problem.
Dude, that is like a concept album if I've ever heard one.
We have a lot of we actually wrote a whole, it was essentially I ended up just writing like a manifesto about the creation of Bongfoot, and we sent that out on our first PR release. I don't think they really know what to do with it, because we would get like the posts of us, and then it'd be like this 10 paragraph lore,
Yeah.
just lore dump. Yeah, it's somewhere on our Facebook, I think.
Doom Nation, I think, put it out.
But yeah, it's quite the story to tell. It talks about the death gods, talks about the edge of the universe, talks about the origin of Bongfoot, just all the good stuff.
Hell yeah. I gotta find that and read it now.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
We'll get that that glassblower contact.
Yeah.
From you.
Oh, we're gonna be in
Okay.
contact. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'll he's a super good dude, super knowledgeable. Blow you some great glass. I really want to fucking read that though, because I love to read just wild shit, make me think, you know? All right. We're coming up on an hour.
All right.
I think we've had a lot of fun and learned a lot of cool things.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been
This is a
awesome.
blast, man.
Yeah. I hope you come out.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I'll be there.
IRL.
IRL, bro. IRL.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe Metal Monday, probably Al's for sure.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you guys probably have who all is, do you know who all is on the bill for at Al's bar?
We're still working on it. I actually talked to Legalized Crop the other day about finding some locals. They couldn't play, but I got some reaching out now.
Okay.
If you got any recommends, man, holler at them. We can use a couple dudes, a couple bands, a couple people.
Yeah, I'll put some feelers out. I know some good bands. I mean, I know a lot of bands. But I'll put some feelers out and see what we can do. Because I'm kind of bummed Crop couldn't play. They're fucking fantastic.
I love them, dude. I hate that I couldn't see them. They came to Asheville a little while ago. And they played Fleetwoods. I wanted to see that, but I think it was a weekday. I couldn't make it out.
Yeah. Those dudes, they're all good dudes. God, who else? I mean, I'll think about it, and then I'll get you hooked up with the glass dude. If not tonight, probably first thing in the morning, because my day starts at like 4 a.m.
Oof. I'm horrible at waking up. I got to commend you.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
You're a brave man.
You're a brave man. Yeah.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
There you go. There you go.
Fuck life.
That's how long I used to work.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time thinking of waking up at that time.
Well, of course I do the podcast, but I've got a couple other businesses that I do also. So it's like essentially over the course of a day, I've got to touch 4 different businesses and make sure shit's running while I'm trying to do 10 other fucking things. And my buddy keeps telling me, you're going to be successful. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just can't stop. So,
Oh.
all right, Ryan Curry. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out tonight and bullshitting. Again, I really dig the fucking music, like really dig it.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us. We had a blast.
Yeah, super cool. I can't wait to hear what the next album is like also.
All right.
Be in contact.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, you guys go. Have a great night.
All right. You too, man.
All right. See ya.
Peace.